every time something comes along that's not easy, it's simply an opportunity to expand. It really is a growth opportunity. And the temptation always is to reject whatever it is. That's the first thing. It's like, no, I don't want to feel that. So there's this rejection that goes on. And with that rejection, it feels worse. So when you can accept what's happening, that doesn't mean that you tolerate it. It doesn't mean that you don't do anything about it. It simply means that you don't reject it from your experience. You accept it into your experience. To accept it means to see it, to know it. So, for example, you see within yourself, the first place where we reject is within ourselves. You see something going on within yourself that you don't like. It doesn't feel good. And usually, immediately, deeply primed within you, it's like, there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with my life. But where that comes up, you, instead of going that way, you expand yourself to be bigger, so that you become a bigger container that can hold that unpleasant, painful, uncomfortable, plus can hold the, well, it was easier last week, or my life was just working really well a little while ago, and then I went and did this, and then it got ruined. You can hold all of that. And you can hold the potential for it to be easier in the future. And you can hold the fact that this bit's going really well and this bit's going really badly. You're bigger than all of that. When you're that part that doesn't reject the bits that you want to reject, that's where you start to touch into your deeper nature. That's where you start to access unconditional love, because you are able to accept and gradually love all those parts of yourself, including the parts you want as a small human being to reject. When we can be bigger than what's going on in our life, we can experience it, but you can also be bigger than it. And you can then tap into that underlying love and deep acceptance, and compassion arises out of that, so that you can see other people who you want to say you're wrong, that's wrong, that and reject, and you can accept them as well. They're not so different from you. And you can accept what's going on in the world, not in a way that's disempowering, but in a way that's empowering, so that you can do what feels like yours to do, where it's useful for you to take action. You are able to do so because you're coming from a place that is bigger. And then you tap into a source of energy that sustains you through the downs as well as the ups. You're not thrown around by the downs because you're still sourcing energy from a bigger place. And so that seems like a contradiction, and yet it's not. That is absolutely what we are capable of doing as human beings, of experiencing a down, a challenging time, a painful time, and yet sourcing energy from a place that is much bigger than that.